All right. Our guests today are Loria Mendoza and Leah Bury, two awesome, amazing, creative women in the art scene here in Austin. And they're going to talk about what they do. And just want to say hi. Hi, Loria and Leah. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Yeah, doing
Thanks.
great.
Awesome.
How are you doing? How are you?
Yeah, and feel free to lie. We can always just pretend everything's perfect, right? I'm doing great. I feel like every day is a new adventure, especially when you're me and you can't decide what mood you're in. So that is what we're doing today. Is we're just gonna try this out, and I wanted to talk to you guys about who you are and what you do. So I think you guys are awesome. I've known you for a little while, and I just want to tell the world. So I guess Loria, let's start with you. Like, how did you get started doing all of the many things you do here in the creative scene in Austin?
Oh my God, I don't even know. How did I get here? Is this my beautiful house? Is this my beautiful wife? Um, I guess I don't know. I grew up here for one, and I've always been into music and art, so this was a great place to be as a kid. And I decided to go to San Francisco and learn how to write. So I did that. And then while I was there, I got involved with this amazing collective of writers and artists, performers and dancers called Red Light Lit, and read poetry for them for years. And then eventually, decided I missed Austin, came back, and then just kind of noticed that I really missed doing red light lit, and we didn't really have anything like it here. But that's just like the beauty of the city is there's always room for more. I don't know how we always make space for more art and more creative collaborations, but it happens. And so yeah, then luckily met some folks over at Native Hostel and kind of was using that as my home base. And then Leah was also using a Native as a place to have art galleries, and eventually our paths just crossed in this beautiful, harmonious way.
I
And
love Yeah, I love
yeah,
the native people are so supportive of the arts community, right?
oh, definitely. Yeah, and it feels like we're always talking about how it feels like a kind of a launching pad for a lot of like amazing other creatives and I don't know,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs in the community. So it's like such an honor to get to be there in that space and getting to know all the people who are in it. It's just been so much fun. So very grateful.
Awesome. Yeah, we're grateful for what you do. And what about you, Leah?
Yeah, so I moved to Austin about like 3.5 years ago, from the East Coast, and I just started getting into art like January, not just started getting into it. I mean, I've loved it my whole life, but just started really like putting myself out there like January 2020, and then
Like as an artist or
yeah, like made my Instagram account, started putting work out there publicly, started like meeting other people, and then started to feel a little momentum, and then COVID like immediately was like, nope. And so what came from that was this thing called the Quarantine Zine, which I made, which is just like a zine, like a little magazine of all the art that people made during quarantine. Like I just did a little open call on Instagram and did not know if anybody was gonna respond. And then a bunch of people did. And so I
oh,
did that. And then I used to go and sit at Native with my iPad and draw because they were one of the first places that like opened their outside seating again. So that was my like weekend activity for several months during COVID, and talked to them about my zine project. And um, eventually it turned into like, what if you did a gallery of it? And I had never thought of doing something like that before. And that just like that one question was like, what if you did a gallery? I was like, what if I did a gallery? And then I did one.
yeah.
And then it went well. So I just kept doing them. And yeah, like Loria said, um, that whole year of like 2021 was doing shows at Native. And then that's when I met Loria. And then February this year is when we did our first show together. And it just like made total sense for us to work together. And there was a lot of synergy. And yeah, I mean, the rest is kind of history. So yeah.
Yeah, it was so funny to me. They were kind of like, I don't know, when Native kind of like told me that there was someone who wanted to use the spot that I was taking over for the red light lit takeover last fight it out
Ah!
for the space, and it was just like the opposite. It was just like, oh my God, I want to learn from this person. I love everything that she's been doing for the art community, and like I don't know. And then Leah was like so amazing. It wasn't like, some people I feel like might have like been more like protective or like gatekeeping about it, but Leah was
Mhm.
just like so open. And I don't know, it was kind of like just like this wonderful meeting of like, I don't know, creative ideas, and we both get totally excited about doing like theme shows and collabing with like whoever approaches us. It's always like really fun, and just like really fun to engage people with like some of, I don't know, with the space. It's like so malleable, and I don't know, it's just really been beautiful to see like the weird stuff that we get to come up with and then envision and then see how many people get excited about, I don't know, doing different things. So I think that's what's been fun for me is it's never the same. And yeah, we just keep dreaming bigger and weirder. It's really inspiring to work with you, Leah.
No, that's super. I love that. That's great. Well, so you mentioned that you write poetry, Loria. Is that are you writing still, or like what have you
Oh
been?
yeah. Yeah, I just wrote a love poem yesterday. So, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, I still write. I have a manuscript right now that I have given to my editor, and we're working on getting it published as we speak. So that would be my second book, after Life's Too Short, which was short stories that came out a few years ago.
Love
But
that.
yeah, I love, I don't know, the balance of visual art, textual art. Um, I don't know. I feel like there's like this, I don't know, momentum, like, and like it's like two trains like passing each other, and sometimes they line up, in this like awesome way. And getting to share spoken word at some of the events has been really cool too. I don't know. That's like one of my favorite things is like when poetry becomes performance art. So it's been awesome.
Totally. And Hannah, you've done a lot. You've seen kind of entered this art scene, a few months ago, and I think you found me and Loria and Leah all separately somehow. So I'm just curious, like, what your experience, was of, kind of just jumping in as an outsider, as somebody who's, not necessarily like. I think there's some sort of like a fear from people sometimes about like being accepted in certain groups, but I kind of want to maybe show people that it's not like that a little bit. Just like Lori was saying with the Leah, they're not fighting, they're collaborating because that's the vibe, right?
Collaboration is definitely the vibe. It was interesting because when I first got to Austin, I didn't have any friends. And I was like, okay, girl, we need to fix this because we need something to do, someone to talk to aside from myself. So I just started going out, and I went to like a lot of, I would say, standard places that people kind of come and where they hang out. I'm not going to name any specific places because we don't want any haters. But what I found though is I found you actually your art show. It was yours and Loria's art show. And I came and I was like, you know what? I could just feel the energy, even just through socials and kind of through the art. I was like, you know what? I'm just go check it out. Like I want to hang out with all of the weirdos, and all of body in that community was very much just what's up, what's your vibe, so what do you do, like what's your medium. I'm very curious is the word that I would say, which me personally, that's how I am. And so it's like that mirror almost of we're all just curious artists kind of bopping around, catching vibes, defining what means anything to us, like through different forms of art. And so I'm obsessed. Yes, Austin, specifically the art scene is just totally a vibe. Um, so many awesome people, and the artists
And this
are
girl came from New York
cool.
too.
Huh?
I said, and you came from New York too, so that I feel like that's a pretty awesome compliment.
Yeah, yeah. Coming from New York, I wasn't
Supposedly New York is like.
yeah, I wasn't super
Did
tapped
you,
into the art scene, but
Gloria? Did you live in New York at one point?
No, I went to college on the East Coast, but it was in Swarthmore, right next to Philadelphia. So I spent some time in New York, but I've never lived there. I'm not that cool, I guess. I'm like
Well,
I'm like Texas cool.
yeah, we're Austin Fire for sure. So I guess I'm wondering, you guys have a lot going on. Don't you have like a zine or something possibly that you're doing, or maybe not?
Oh, we make scenes. We do make
Okay, yeah.
scenes. Yeah, Leah's kept the momentum going since starting the quarantine zine. She published Bodies of Work 1 after the Bodies of Work show, and then we did Bodies of Work 2 after Bodies of Work 2 show. I believe we have been in conversation with a few artists about doing solo solo artist zines, kind of like showcasing the work. And I don't know, it was really fun doing bodies of work too, because we got to interview some artists and there's just so much work that got submitted to the gallery that we didn't get to put in the gallery, but then we got to put it in the zine. And yeah, it was really awesome to have that, I don't know, blending of medium and forms that were in that show, but like in a nice little compact book that just fits so lovely on your table. I mean, if anyone wants one, hit us up. We still have some. They're for sale.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you guys are working on the next edition right now. That's
Always
cool.
working on something all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. Leah, do you think it's too much? Do we need to calm down? I don't know if we can.
I think we probably do need to calm down, and I also know that like we will not. So that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Can we? I also
Adrian.
don't know if we can. I don't know if we physically can stop. Like it's just too much fun, you know? So
Yeah,
yeah.
Really, truly.
for sure, for sure.
It take like
So
one little break after, after
what
this week.
what's coming up then? What's coming up for you guys? Do you have
Yeah.
do you have anything that we should know about in the next little while?
Yeah. So we have a show on Saturday. It's called I Love Your Work, which maybe if you are getting involved in the art scene, you've said those words to somebody. So the idea of the show is just like a show that um, invites people to pay homage or show love to any other creators, whether that's like a musician, a pop star, filmmakers, just general like celebrities, pop culture moments, public figures, etc. We thought this would be a fun thing to kind of do in general, and then also right now because like it's December, there's a lot of Christmas things happening, which is great, but like we feel like that market is a little oversaturated, so we didn't want to do like a Christmas show or a holiday market. We wanted to try to do something a little bit different yet still offer people an opportunity to hopefully maybe purchase work for someone they know that they know loves
That's a
the
great idea because yeah, the fan art definitely is that's something people can easily kind of get behind for sure. That's a
yeah.
great.
We're excited to see if there's more art sales that happen or like what
Mhm.
the vibe is, but we got a lot of submissions and there's going to be a ton of art and we're doing it in the ballroom, which is a first for us. So it's just going to be like a different kind of vibe. We're really excited about it. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really exciting. So yeah, all the art's for sale then?
Most of it, there's a few pieces in there that I think people are such fans. They just like they don't want to
Don't
lose
think
it. They don't want to let it go. But it's like fun to still showcase that art got made, whether or
Yeah.
not it's not all about commissions for everyone, or selling their art, like just like having it be seen and having it spark conversation at a gallery with anyone who's visiting, which is really cool. I don't know, everyone's been really excited about this, which is amazing because we're really excited about it and people have been really thoughtful too, which I really appreciate because like me and Leah were talking the other day, like it's not just like fan art and like, but like why do people like this work and what about it excites them? I feel like there can be some really like thoughtless forms of like I guess it'd be like more closer to like we were talking about like cultural appropriation versus like a way to like respectfully make something in the style of an artist you love and or like I don't know, showcase I don't know, like talent and showcase, I don't know, just like very like mindfully approaching, like, you know, you're not like ripping someone off. You're not like taking an idea from them, but you're like building them up and like elevating it by like saying like, oh my gosh, like I support you so much that I don't know, like I am an artist because you are an artist, you know, and that like trickle down of like inspiration is really exciting. I don't know.
That's exciting. So are most of the artists going to be there?
Oh, they better be.
They better be, right? Yeah.
No, it's so cool. I love seeing people get like excited and you know, like it's like so meta, but like I love watching people watch people looking at their work and just kind of like the little hearts in their eyes, like, you
Oh.
know, start to form. It's like it's really cool. A lot of artists come and support and they've been like really amazing about, you know, hyping up our show and spreading the word. And we love all the artists that are in the show so much and they're so great. Like they sometimes like come and help volunteer to like help hang the art and stuff. So, you know, we've made like really good friends with a lot of people who've been involved in the show. So it's just like it's a great community and I'm like so happy that we get to be part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm really happy that you guys are doing it too, and just stoked to support, stoked to be involved. Definitely down to come hang with you guys. I know it's a lot of it's a lot of work to do that.
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I've missed hanging art in galleries with you, Natassia.
Um,
Not in the same
yeah,
studio anymore, but
yeah. That's honestly, it's like the worst and the best part. I feel like because like actually being able to put everything up on the wall is for me like magical. It's like an art form in itself, where you're just like creating a flow, and but then of course the actual physical like hammering nails and like measuring things and making sure that they're exact.
I'm not
um
dropping the art.
right, that
What
I
I want.
couldn't even imagine happening, so like definitely not.
We would
Yeah.
never. We would never.
No. So there's like slight anxiety for sure. Points just handling art is not is something that could I think we've all
Oh
experienced.
my
Like
God, the dickhead. Oh my God. We had this beautiful golden dick head statue sculpture by Patrick Wadley in our gallery at Something Full Studios in July for Boys Work 2. And it was the most stressful moment of my entire life trying to figure out how to put it so that no one would knock over this $20,000 golden dickhead. You know, because it's just like, you know, people are just drawn to
yeah.
dicks too.
Yeah.
So I don't know
We
what
know
it
what it's
is, but
yeah.
people want to like touch it and get close to it and take pictures with it. So, but it was like the most expensive piece of art that I had handled at that point, and it gave me like I would wake up in like anxious, sweaty panics, just like, is the dick okay?
I just remember like it was literally we got the like liability release or whatever back from the person managing the estate like 10 minutes before the show was supposed to start. So that's when we like tried to display it. And I just remember us standing in a circle around it, jumping, being like, is it moving? Is it falling?
Just jumping around the dick.
We're just like all
Any
jumping.
wobbles? Oh
Like
my
it's
God.
pretty steady. I think that dick is staying there. It's staying erect for sure. But yeah, that was a moment. That was a moment I will not forget for a while.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it definitely can be a little
I'm like
nerve-wracking.
shaking just thinking about it right now.
But now you'll never forget that, and and the fact that it was a giant dickhead is just kind of so apropos. Um, I
Oh
love
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So I really appreciate you guys, and we're about out of time. But is there anything else you guys want to say to the Austin community and just in general? When's the show? Where's the show? What's the time?
Yeah, come on out. It's this Saturday, December 10th, starts at 7 p.m., goes till 2 a.m. in the Native Ballroom. We've got drag performances, we've got aerial dancers, burlesque, hip hop, rap, creative workshops, a paparazzi style photo booth from IG Austin, Texas. So many fun things. So come on by.
Woo, how
Come
exciting.
dressed as your most extra celebrity impression or whatever. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's incredible.
karaoke contest.
Oh yeah,
Come
and
in
karaoke.
Woo.
costume.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
you
about
do
any of
karaoke as
this.
that
What the
person.
heck?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you can
Well,
get tickets online and check us out at llcreative.llc for all our events upcoming and past. Yeah, thanks for having us. This was so much
yeah,
fun, y'all.
thank you guys. Awesome. Well, see you Saturday.
See you there. Can't wait.
All right. Bye, ladies.